Hello possums, Dreymasmith here, dreaming in a Minecraft world. We're back at base, and as you can see, a couple of things have changed. I've shifted the cows, they're now over with the llamas, and I've cleared out some of the dirt here, and now we have a floating pod. And we've got it for a reason. I want to build a chorus farm, you know, chorus fruit, chorus flowers. But I started building a chorus fruit farm in my creative world, and I rapidly realised that those things are not small. Either they're massively tall, and usually about 20 blocks, and 20 blocks is about 5 or 6 blocks taller than that, so that's about 15 up there. Or they're long and flat. Now, either way, I was thinking maybe I'd build it over there. It was going to dominate not just that area, but the whole front of the farm. Indeed, this whole farm area. So, it's going to go here. Because this initially was going to be the potions wing. But then I built my lovely brewing room under the ground. And I've not known what to do with this ever since. It's been sort of surplus to requirements. So it's about to be turned into a chorus farm. So I need to get rid of this central column and get rid of that, which was an infinite water source. And I need to build up a base around here to match that base to the main living pod. And this, in case you're wondering, is the centre. So I need that so I get everything else arranged correctly, and the base ends up directly under that floor. So I'll do all that and get it all ready, and I'll come back to you and we will start building. There we go. Column taken out, water source taken out. I haven't taken out the floor yet, but I have built the base, and I just have to, thank you, pop this in where it goes. And, okay, over here. Shogger box. Love the shogger boxes. Oh yeah, here we are. I have to work out where the water goes and then dig out where the hoppers are going. So easiest way is to put it down. Now I'm going to dig all the way around the outside, and then I'm going to get rid of the water and dig one block in, so on this first row of water all the way around. So see you in a minute. There we go, that's for our hopper line. Next I'm going to edge all that trench with stone bricks, and that will mark the outer wall of the chorus farm. Now this farm is a smaller version of the one that Cub Fan made in this last season of Hermitcraft 5. He made one that will grow 64 chorus plants at a time. This will grow 16. I just didn't have a need for one that huge, nor the space. There we go. Now, have to work out where I want the chest to be. Is it here? Or here? No, this is sort of on the main thoroughfare. Although it'll only come out to here, so that might be convenient. Yeah, there's still plenty of room. Okay, we'll make it here. So I get rid of that one, and I dig out those two. Yep. So we need, I had them in my inventory the whole time. We need chests. Silly me. 1, 2, and I'll have to put a stair there so that I can actually open it. Hoppers. 60 of them. Yes, 60. Awful lot. let's pop them down. So we'll start with shift click into the back of the chest, shift click into the back of that hopper, and then shift clicking the whole time I run hopper into hopper into hopper. And when I get down to there, so I put this one running into there, and this one at the corner running into that one, and then the rest of them run into this one. Now, I may as well run it to that side. Okay, and that one goes into there. Now, I go back to the beginning, shift click, running the hoppers in a line. So they all end up going into that one. Okay, so that one goes in there, and this one goes into the back, and the next one goes into this one in the middle. Oh, looks like I've, yep. Okay, so that one into there, just check. Yeah, that one's running that way, doesn't matter. This one into there. And that's it. 60 hoppers. Now we'll just check, whoops, we'll just check that the water goes over the first line, which it does. So that's perfectly placed. All right, I am not putting this bucket into that dispenser until I'm done with my redstone. All right, next, fill in the gaps between the stone brick and the birch stairs with oak slabs. Now the next thing for us to do is to work out where the entrance is going to be. So we'll put a pillar at each cardinal point. I won't be building up the walls till the farm's done, but I need to plan where the door is. Now, wall of glass, pillar, wall of glass, pillar. I'll do that all the way around. There we go. And I think having the entrance face the main habitat module, that would be a good idea. So it's going to be here. So there we go. So the activation button for the system should probably go here. Okay. Right. Whoops. So that's going to go there with a button on it. So we need to run a redstone mechanism from the dispenser to the button. So, yeah, I'm going to dig some of this away. I know, we just put it in. But that's hardly the point. So we need dig out that and dig out this. There'll be a fair bit of digging out. Pop a block in with redstone dust on the top. And is anything under that going to show? Yes, it is. Oh, tricky. Well, I've got it all worked out where it has to go, and it took a little bit, so excuse me for popping down my path so that I remember. So what we have to do is get a signal from this button down to that dispenser so that it spits out its water, stays on for a while, and then sucks the water back in. So that means we not only have to run a redstone line, but we also need a pulse extender. So the first thing we have to do is get it from this level down under the hoppers so that our redstone doesn't interfere with or lock any of these hoppers, so that we get all the chorus fruit travelling through it. So first thing, we have a block with a button. That button could have gone on top. I've put it on the side. We have an air block and then stone brick. I'm just using stone brick because I want to. You could use anything so long as it's solid. Okay, so dot of redstone so that when I push that button, the redstone is powered. That puts power into that block. Now I want to suck the power out of that block, so I'll pop a repeater in. Now I thought about making this block a stone brick, but then it shows on the other side of this, so it's dirt for aesthetic purposes on the other side. If you were trying to mark a redstone line, you'd make this the same as whatever this block was. So we're going to drop down again, and now we're going to drop the signal down further, just so it doesn't interfere with these. So this has got power into it thanks to that repeater. Redstone dot, which will get power from that block and put it into this block. But we don't want it in that block. We don't want it staying in that block. We want it to run down there. So, whoops, repeater to suck the signal out of there. Now for our pulse extender, dot of redstone and comparators. I've got 6 because I've only got 16 chorus plants. I don't have a huge farm. Cub's got 8 on his because he's got a huge chorus farm. 6 is more than enough for my purposes. So we run the comparators down, redstone and redstone to loop it around, and then run the comparators back and up into this block. Next, we go down one more level and put a sticky piston in. So when power goes into this block through that redstone, it goes into the piston and extends it. Next we want an observer, and we want it to face towards us. So see, the arrow's pointing towards us, we've got the red dot facing us, the face of the observer is going into that block. And next thing we put 2 redstone, 1 in front of our observer, 1 next to it, and that, whoops, that should be a block. Now we want to take power from this up and into our dispenser. So repeater to get the power from there and put it into this block. Redstone dot on top, which will be activated when the power goes into this block. Redstone there to raise it up. And then a repeater to run the power into this block, which is under our dispenser, and when there's power in this block, the dispenser will trigger. So if we come up here, and no, there's no water in it at the moment. I don't want all this washed away. So I'll press the button and you should see power here. You should hear the piston extend and power go into here and the dispenser click. And then when the pulse extender runs out, there should be another click from this. So let's see if it works. Yes, 2 clicks, extension and retraction. Great. All right, so now we cover up all this so it's safe and we get on with the next bit. Let's get our next lot. Pop these back in. We need purple concrete and end stone. All right, so 1, 2 and 3 going out from our dispenser, 1, 2 and 3 going out from our dispenser. Same on this side, same on that side, and then 2 blocks and another one. So 1 end stone in each cardinal point. There we go. And now we follow the same pattern as Cub. So we've got 1, we skip 1 and put 1 in, skip 1 and put 1 in. And we do that all the way around without touching the hoppers, because it's a pain if we touch the hoppers. And that's our 16. Now, I need to make 3 bits of concrete. And I've got the purple concrete with the end stone because I like the colour contrast, and lots of stuff in the end seems to be purple, and why not have a nod to all that? Now I'm just putting the concrete where there's possibilities of leaks, and the rest of it's just going to be concrete powder, and I will tip a bucket of water on it. And as we know from our layout, the bucket of water will grab every single bit of it. How can I be 4 short? Back in a tick. I know exactly how I'm 4 short. I should have some sea lanterns in this for light. And I'm going to end up digging out far more than I mean to. And oh look, that's the 4 we were missing. So let's pop the rest back in. Et voila. And I think we can solidify that concrete using the actual system. Let's see if it works. There we go. It's going out to the hoppers. And there it goes, retracted. Yes. Brilliant. Right, that's the farm done. All I've got to do is plant chorus flowers, but I think we will build it so that we don't end up with any escaping. Right, the design for this is very simple. I'm going to run pillars up where each of these oak logs are, oak planks. So pillars going up. I'm going to leave that floor, well, the outside of it largely intact, and then I'll put the pillars extending about 5 blocks above the roof, and we'll have glass in between made out of glass blocks, and then we'll pop the roof on. So I'll see you in what will be next to no time for you, but quite some time for me. That's it so far. And actually we've come up the wrong way. We need to go up this way. Meet you up the top. That's better. Now I went and looked all over the internet for what to do about a roof for this place. Every time I looked at a chorus farm, it had a glass roof or no roof, but no one seemed to explicitly say why. Why does it have that? Does it have that because it has to have that? Or does it have that because people are just choosing to have that? And a lot of them were purple and very pretty, and I was left terribly confused. Hooray for experimentation, because with experimentation I worked out rather rapidly that you actually need no roof or a transparent roof. If the chorus flowers do not have access to the sky, they will not grow. Mine sat there for 40 minutes with nothing happening. As soon as I took the roof off and replaced it with, well, half of it was glass and half of it was nothing, but they took off. Gangbusters. Either side didn't matter, so I thought, well, let's put a roof in, and we'll put it in glass. And I'm using purple, which I stole from my end city, because we may as well go with the purple theme, and we may as well do something a little bit pretty. So I'll get this finished, and then we can have a look at it. All right, here's our last 2. There we go. Oh, and that's surplus to requirements. Hang on. And we'll just pop... See, this one doesn't matter because it's only over the hopper. It's not going to be over any chorus fruit. Right, one last one. There we go. That's it. Well, that's it. All done. There's our little pattern up there. So we're just about ready to plant. There's one last thing which I forgot. I have to put, fence gates near where all the flowers are going to grow, or we'll end up with chorus plants up to the ceiling and not enough flowers to make this sustainable. So first thing I'm doing, I'm putting a row of dirt right the way around the outside of our growing area, and then I'm doing the same on this inner one, so those spots end up just inside it. We're going to build that whole row up to 2, well, both rows. So they're both going to go up to, 2 high. So I'll just do that and then we'll do the next bit. Okay, that's piles of 2 dirt all the way around. Now we put on our fence gates and open them. And the reason we're doing this is to stop the plants growing any higher than 2 blocks under where the fence gates are. We'll still get plenty of chorus fruit because the rest of it will be able to grow up as high as it wants. But we do need flowers. And some people, well, actually lots of people use glass, just glass rods. And that looks great, but the fruit occasionally gets caught on them. And given I'm only going to have 16 plants in here, I really need it to be a bit more efficient than that. So I'm going with the fence gates because everything falls through them. All right, let's get planting. I brought 8 chorus flowers back with me from the end, and I did a quick and cheap flower farm, so I have 22 now. And that'll be more than enough to get started. There we go. And if we're quiet, we'll hear them growing. There we go. Did you hear that? It's so weird. And they make a different sound when they wither too. It's so strange. Anyway, this is what I mean about the fence gates stop them growing any higher. See, this one will stop here and I'll be able to harvest that flower. Whereas this one, which hasn't got anything over it, is free to go as high as it wants. So that's how it works. We'll have to see what harvest we had. Remember, we put down 16 flowers. So we'll let it go and then we'll come back to it. It takes about 20 minutes to be fully grown, so I'll see you then. All right, we're in one of our upper viewing areas. I made a couple that came off that bridge, and it's been sitting at this height for a little while now. All the top flowers have withered, so I think it's finished growing. Yeah, this one actually came up to that top row of wood. Occasionally they'll get up to the roof, but mostly they'll be around this height. Anyway, let's go down and see what our harvest is like. We're ready to harvest. Now, first things first, we have to go in and get the flowers before we press that button, because if we press that button and these stalks are destroyed, any flowers that are there will turn into fruit. We'll have no flowers. So, flowers first. I need 16 for it to be sustainable. Let's see how many we get. Just got to be careful I don't knock the stems. Even though these ones are withered, they'll still harvest as flowers. And I'll just check if any went into the box. Yep, one did. So that's 27, that's not bad. Now we'll see how many fruit we get. Well, that worked fine. I'll just wait for it to retract. All the fruit seems to have gone. There it goes, retracting. And we'll give it a minute for it all to come down through the hoppers. 39, not bad. Not bad at all. That's 2 I picked up earlier. Oh, and we should replant. So that's it. That's our chorus farm. Well, there we go. Job well done. A little bit lengthy, but we got there. And now I've got chorus fruit, I've got chorus flowers, I can make popped chorus fruit, I can make end rods, I can make all sorts of things. Really seriously happy with this. So if you've liked this, please hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And we'll be working on a bit of a different farm next time, so I'll see you then. Bye!